Hello, I'm Paul Dajcik. Welcome to the second segment of week 1 Elastic Steel project. Right now I'm going to take you through the whole routine. I explained this routine in the first video. Now I'm not going to explain anything. I'm just going to do the exercises and I'm just going to count. Most of the counts are going to be 1 to 3, 1 to 5, or 1 to 10. Okay, so let's begin. We start with reverse circles. Notice that if this is not enough for you, you can always stop and you can always do more. At the same time, if I'm doing something, let's say for 10 repetitions, and that is too much for you, you can always stop and do just 5 and wait for me to finish the other 5, or do 5, take a break, and then do another 5 after the break. Okay? Elbow circles. If you need the count, you can count maybe 5 or 10 in one direction, 5 or 10 in the other. Okay? I'm just going by how I feel, just enough to get my joints to warm up. So here I'm moving my shoulders in one direction and then in the other. If you're just the beginning, you want to do them slowly, feel your movement, make sure that you don't pull anything, especially if you're tight and you haven't worked out for a long time, or if you had an injury. Okay, now I'm going to move the head side to side. Forward and back. Okay, I'm just going to rotate a little bit. Notice with the head movement, if you feel like you're getting dizzy, stop and do it slower, or focus on a specific point and look at that point. It's going to make it easier on your head. Now we're going to do full circle, circumduction. Okay. Flexing the spine to the side. One side and another side. Of course, you can always stop in the middle. Going forward and back slightly. Okay, light rotation. Going to one side, going to the other side. Once again, we can do just one side a few times, and then we can do just the other side a few times, or just keep going from side to side, side to side. Okay, good. Now we get into the hip circles. Okay, moving the hips in a circle. You can do this routine in the morning, you could do it in the middle of the day, you can do it at night. It's a light routine, and I'm going to be doing it in very slow steps. So if you follow it all along, by the time you build up to more difficult exercises, more difficult variation, it's still going to be something that you're used to, and you're going to be able to do it every day pretty much at any point of the day that is best for you. Okay, now we go to the knee circles. Moving the knees in a circle. If there's something that you need explained exactly how to do, you can always watch the first routine, which was shown on Monday. But remember, that routine takes a long time because there's a lot of explanation in it. So if you just want to follow along, stay with this routine. Okay. So now we do the ankles and the foot. Okay. You can hold on to something if you need to. Other side. And other side. And other side. Okay, good. Now we warmed up all the joints. Again, do a little bit of a cardio warm-up, jog in place. An option, of course, is to walk in place. If you like, you can do a quick interval, walking, jogging, walking, jogging. If you feel like jogging throws you out of breath, you can walk for a little bit, catch your breath, and then start jogging again. Okay, now we can lift the knees. This is slightly different than walking in place. Then we go to butt kicks, flexing the knees. Notice that there's no specific count for this exercises. You do them long enough for your body to warm up. The same body may take less or more time depending on the circumstance. For instance, if it's cold, it'll take a little bit longer to warm up. Maybe if you're sore, it'll take a little bit longer to warm up. Okay? Now we're going to do a very basic form of squat. Okay, if you never squatted before, it might be hard for you to coordinate hips and knees. So we just go up and down. Notice mostly the knees are working here, mostly the quadriceps, posterior chain, not getting a lot of work here. Okay, I'm going to do everything again, just in case. Make sure the body is completely warmed up. Okay, good. And now for variation, I'm going to jog and lift my knees. Okay, keeping them rather low for now. You can always walk and lift your knees, especially if you're just starting out. Good. Same thing with the butt kicks. Okay, and try to slow with control. Have never done this movement before. Okay, one more time. Quieting down just a little bit. Go only to the point where you might feel slight discomfort in your knees or your ankles. Okay, if you feel that, stop right there. Try once again to keep your heels on the floor. Don't let your heels come up. Okay, good. And here we warmed up pretty much lower part of the body. We're going to warm up the upper part of the body with a pushing and pulling movement. Okay. So I'm going to do the pushing movement first here. And the push-ups on the wall. Hands go on the wall. I'm going to do just 5 repetitions. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to be sitting here on the hand grip. I'm going to lean back and sort of use my back and my elbow flexors to bring me back forward, keeping my body as straight as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm going to repeat the same thing again. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. Now we're going to go through all the stances and we're going to warm up the body first. Okay, so the feet are slightly wider than your hips, toes out. Okay, up and down 5 times, just a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, one leg goes back and we're slightly going to go forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Notice I'm sort of gliding my toe on the floor to make sure that my balance is okay. Back to the horse stance. That's our staple stance here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to go to the front stance. We're going to step forward, one leg, bend that knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. Step, bend the knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Horse stance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Here we're going to bend slightly forward from the hips. Bring one leg out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Both toes are forward here. Okay. Horse stance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Turn one leg out. Feet are wider than your hips, about twice as wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Horse stance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you're going to lift the knee, just one leg. Keep the other one slightly bent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.